Hello everybody and welcome to the channel. We got some 1961, pre-1961 Apba bats. We got the Cubs taking on the Pirates in game number 2 of this 3-game series here on May 5th. And leading off for the Chicago Cubs playing first base, Phil Cavarretta. Batting second, playing right field, Riggs Stevenson. Batting third, playing left field, Hack Wilson. Batting fourth, playing center field, Kiki Kyler. Batting fifth, doing the catching, Johnny Kling. Batting sixth, playing shortstop, Ernie Banks. Batting seventh, playing third base, Woody English. Batting eighth, playing second base, Johnny Evers. And on the mound, doing the pitching and batting ninth is Clark Griffith. And for the hometown Pirates, they have a 6-game losing streak. They changed up their lineup a little bit. They got leading off playing first base instead of short, Honus Wagner. Batting second, playing center field, Paul Warner. Batting third, they brought in Archie Vaughn. He's going to be playing third base. Batting fourth, playing left field, Ralph Kiner. Batting fifth, playing second base, George Grantham. Batting sixth, playing right field, Fred Clark. Batting seventh and doing the catching, Johnny Groch. And they brought in Dick Grote. He's going to bat eighth, and he's going to play short. And on the mound, doing the pitching and batting ninth for the Pirates is Ray KREMER. And the Pirates get off of this losing streak. Let's get down to the field here and get this game going. You see the Cubs' upcoming schedule. They got one more game here in Pittsburgh, and they stay on the road and go to St. Louis after that, and then on to Philly. And talking about Philly, Phil Cavarretta is going to lead it off here for the Cubs, batting .269. He's got a homer and 5 RBIs going up against Ray KREMER. And this is Ray's third start of the year. He's 1-1 with a 6.75 ERA. Can he get the job done here in Pittsburgh and get them off of this losing streak? Here's the pitch to Phil. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Grantham at second. Over to Honus Wagner playing first today for out number 1. And now you got up Riggs Stevenson. Riggs batting .329. He's got 5 homers and 12 RBIs. And here's the pitch to Riggs. And that's going to be another ground ball. This one down to Grote. And he's up with it. Makes the play over to first for out number 2. And Hack Wilson's at the plate now. Wilson's batting .188, 5 homers and 19 RBIs. And that's going to be a fly ball out the center field. Paul Warner makes the catch. 1, 2, 3 goes to Cubs. Cubs nothing. The Pirates coming up to the plate with Wagner, Warner, and Vaughn. Honus Wagner's batting .263 on the year with no homers and 10 RBIs. And that is going to be well hit. Maybe this lineup change is going to work. And that's going to be a triple in the left center field. Honus Wagner starts this game off right for the Pirates. He's standing down at third. And you can see the team comparisons here. The Cubs are 9-8, batting .230 with a .299 on base percentage, slugging .425 and an OPS of .724. The Pirates come in 5-8, batting .248, a .312 on base percentage, slugging .560 and an .873 on OPS. Now you got a runner down at third, nobody out for Paul Warner. And early in the game here, the Cubbies are going to play back, give up a run for an out. Warner's batting .322, no homers and 4 RBIs. And that ball is well hit, and the Pirates came to hit today, it looks like, folks. And that's going to be a double into right field. And back-to-back extra bases here for the Pirates. Gives them a 1-0 lead. Now Archie Vaughn's up with a runner down at second in scoring position. And Archie is batting .444 on the year with no homers and 3 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball out in front of the plate. And that's a pop-up in the fair territory. And Johnny Kling's out in front of the plate. Calls for it. He's going to make the catch for out number 1. So Archie pops up. Now there's 1 out. And Ralph Kiner's up with a runner down there at second. Ralph's batting .238 with 5 homers and 11 RBIs. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Ralph strikes out for out number 2. So George Grantham delivery here, and double the pleasure, double your fun, double this lead with double minute gum. He's batting .283, 2 homers and 4 RBIs. And that's going to be back-to-back strikeouts. So Griffith gets out of this with only 1 run score, and we go to the top of the first. It's 1-0 Pirates. We got Kyler, Kling, and Banks due up. And Kiki's batting .246. He's got a homer and 9 RBIs. And he gets a hold of this. The Cubbies trying to fight right back and get this run right back. And that's going to be a double in the right field. So the Cubbies here in the top of the second's got a runner in scoring position with nobody out. Johnny Kling, excuse me. And Kling's batting .318 with a homer and 9 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down the pop up down the short. And a runner a hold, and that'll be out number 1. And it brings up Mr. Cub himself, Ernie Banks. And Mr. Banks is batting .162, 3 homers and 9 RBIs. And that's going to be 17. And that's going to be a single in the left field. And Ralph doesn't have that great of an arm. And Kyler's got awesome speed. Let's see what happens here. Yep. And I'm going to have to re-roll a dice. And that's going to be a 38. And a 31. A 60. 61 or lower. He's safe at home and ties this ball game up, folks. And he does. That's an RBI single by Ernie Banks. And we got us a tie ball game. It's 1 apiece. And now you got Banks at first and Woody English at the plate. Batting .194, 2 homers and 5 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. Let's see if the runner advances or not. A 41 and a 9. And they'll get the runner out at second, but they won't be able to turn the double play. Now there's 2 outs and English down at first. And here's Johnny Evers. And Johnny is batting .242 on the year, no homers and 2 RBIs. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Warner. That'll end the inning. But the Cubbies score 1 and tie this game up at 1 apiece. We go to the bottom of the second. We got Clark, Gooch, and Grote due up here. And Fred Clark's batting .283, 2 homers and 9 RBIs. And that's going to be a 20. That's going to be a fly ball out to center field. Kyler's got it for out number 1. And here's Johnny Croach. And Johnny's batting .239, no homers and 8 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Ernie. 2 quick outs here in the bottom of the second. And here comes Dick Grote. And Dick's batting .500 on the year. Here's the pitch to Grote. And that's going to be a ground ball down the Woody. He fires over to Phil at first, and that's out number 3. We get to the top of the 3rd. We got Griffith due up, and then back to the top of the order in Cavaretta and Riggs. And Clark is batting 143, no homers and no RBI. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Archie at 3rd. He fires over to Hornis for out number 1. We're back to the top of the order now. And Cavaretta grounded out to 2nd his first time up. And not this time. He squares this one up, folks. Let's see where this is going to land here. And that's going to land out there in right field off the wall for a stand-up double with 1 out. So the Cubbies have got to go ahead run in scoring position. And Riggs Stevens grabs the bat and comes to the plate. He grounded out to short back in the 1st, and not this time. He squares it up. See how far this is going to travel. And that ball is crushed, folks, out into deep center field. That's out there where the flagpole is, and that's going to be a triple. And just like that, the Cubbies take a 2-1 lead and got a runner 90 feet away. And the Cubbies now threatening with Hack Wilson up, batting $185, but he flew out the center his first time up as Aaron Reed joins us. And I think the Pirates in this losing streak's got to play the infield in. They got to try to prevent a big inning here. So they're going to bring the infield in. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. 51 on a 9. That's still probably fielding column 2 at least. That's still fielding column 3. And that's going to be, they're going to get the runner trying to go home. That's going to be a 6-2 put out. Nice job down there by Dick Grote. Now there's a runner at first and 2 outs. And we got Mr. Kiki Kyler up, and he doubled and came around to score back in the 2nd. Here's the pitch to Kyler. And that's going to be a 18. And that's going to be a base hit, an infield hit for Kyler, showing off his speed like he did out there on the pads. So now you got 1st and 2nd and 2 out for Johnny playing. And Johnny, he is 0 for 1 today. He popped up the short his first time up. Here's the pitch to Johnny. And that's going to be a foul ball back behind the plate. Johnny Gooch takes off the mask, makes the catch. But the Cubbies score 1, take a 2-1 lead into the bottom of the 3rd. We got Ray KREMER, Hornis Wagner, and Paul Warner due up here. See if the Pirates can get these runs right back. Ray is 0 for 4 on the year. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. That's 3 strikeouts in a row for Griffith. Struck out the last 2 in the bottom of the 2nd. And now Ray in the bottom of the 3rd. Hornis Wagner tripled and came around to score the run back in the 1st. And he squares this one up again. Hornis Wagner having a hell of a start to this game. And that's another triple, folks. 2 triples in this ball game. This one out the left center field again. Hornis Wagner's down at 3rd with 1 out. And with a 1-run lead, the Cubbies will play back for the out. Paul Warner's up. He doubled and drove in. Wagner his first time up. And that's going to be a pop-up down to first base. And Phil makes the catch for out number 2. So here comes one of the changes to the batting order. Trying to get these Pirates a win. Archie Vaughn's up. He popped up to the catcher his first time up. And that's going to be a 19-20. And that is going to be, we're paid off, folks. That's going to be a single in the center field, right up the middle. And Archie Vaughn delivers here and ties this ball game up. So the batting change helped out. And now Archie's down at first with 2 outs. And you got Ralph Kiner. And Ralph, with 1 swing in the bat, could give these Pirates a 2-run lead. He struck out his first time up. And that's going to be a swing and a miss again. Griffith strikes him out for the second time. But the Pirates come back and score 1 in the bottom of the third, time this game up at 2 apiece. To the top of the fourth we go. We got Mr. Cub, Ernie Banks due up English, and Johnny Evers. Banks is 1 for 1. He singled and drove in a run. And that's going to be an infield hit for Ernie. Ernie gets a board here in the top of the fourth with nobody out. Woody English is up here. And English is batting $190. He grounded into a fielder's choice his first time up. 17. And that's going to be popped up down short. Dick Grote makes the catch for out number 1. And here's Johnny Evers. And Johnny is 0 for 1. He flew out the center. And that's going to be a 16. And that's going to be a single in the right field. 1 out. Banks probably stops at second here. Clark's got a good arm out there. Have to roll another dice here. And that'll be a 39. Yeah, Banks is going to stop there at second. No need to get thrown out at third. And Griffith's up. He's going to try to bunt them both over. Try to get both of them in scoring position here. Clark is 0 for 1 today, grounded out. And a 34. It's a 31. And that's going to be bunted back to the mound. And Ray's only play is going to be over to first. Who's covering over there? And George Grantham's covering. And that'll be out number 2. But now you got second and third and 2 outs. And the go-ahead runs down at third for Phil Cavaretta. And he's doubled in this game and came around to score back in the third. But not this time. Ray gets him swinging, and he strikes him out. A big strikeout. Keeps us a tie ball game. So we go to the bottom of the fourth. And we got Grantham, Clark, and Gooch due up here for the Pirates. And George struck out his first time up. See the Pirates' upcoming schedule. They play one more game here against the Cubbies. Then the Reds come to town for a 3-game series. And after that, the Braves. And that's going to be against 15. That is going to be a swing and a miss. Griffith strikes him out for the second time. Grantham's down on strikes. And that brings up Fred Clark. He flew out the center his first time up. And he gets a hold of this. Blast that ball down first base line in the right field. It drops in fair territory, and Clark's got himself a double with 1 out. The go-ahead runs down at second, and only 1 out for Johnny Gooch. Johnny grounded out to short, and he delivered here in the bottom of the fourth, and he does, folks. Well, maybe. Yep, that's going to be a single in the right field, and Riggs does not have a very strong arm out there. 4. 44 minus 28. And he's going to 32. 32. So a 62 or lower, he scores. 62 or lower, an RBI single, and he's in there. Johnny Gooch delivers, puts the Pirates on the board here in the fourth, and it's a 3-2 ball game. Here comes Dick Grote up. And Grote is 0 for 1 today. He grounded out to short. See if he can deliver here. And that's going to be a against the righty. 23. And that is going to be a ground ball down the third. Can they go around the horn? And they do. They get the old 5-4-3 double play. That'll end the inning. But the Pirates score one. Take a 3-2 lead into the top of the fifth. And you can see here, we got Riggs Stevens, Wilson, and Kiki Kyler due up here against Ray in the fifth. And Riggs is 1 for 2. He tripled and drove in a run back in the third. And that's going to be a 19. That's going to be a fly ball out to Clark and right. He camps under it and makes the catch for out number 1. Mr. Wilson is up. He's 0 for 2. He's flown out and grounded into a fourth play. And that's going to be a fly ball in the center field. Warner makes the catch. 2 fly balls, 2 outs. Here in the fifth. And Kiki Kyler's up. He is 2 for 2 today. He has doubled and singled and came around the score. And that's going to be lifted out to left field. So the outfield was busy. 1 to right, 1 to left, and 1 to center. All 3 results in outs. 1, 2, 3 goes to Cubbies. To the bottom of the fifth we go. We got Ray due up, and then we're back to the top of the order in Wagner and Warner. Ray is 0 for 1. He struck out his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Johnny for out number 1. And up to the plate now is Honus Wagner. He is having a perfect game. He is 2 for 2. He's at 2 triples in this game, folks, and came around to score twice. Can he go 3 for 3 with 3 triples? And he might. He squares this one up again. Honus Wagner is on fire. And this one is just a double in the right field. Wagner stops at second this time. So now that's a 1-out double. And Paul Warner's up. Can he drive him in again? He is 1 for 2. He doubled back in the first, popped up in the third. Here's the pitch to Paul. Can he make it a 4-2 ball game? And that's going to be a ground ball down the first. 25 and a 3. That'll be fielding column 1. And they'll get the batter out, but the runner will get down to third with 2 outs now. And let's see if Archie can deliver again. He delivered an RBI single back in the third. Can he do it again, folks? 43. Nope. That's going to be a ground ball. Actually, that's going to be a 55 on a 2. Might be a pop-up. Yep. That's going to be a line drive right back to Griffith. He catches that one out of safety sakes. Archie hit that right on the money, but Griffith comes up with it. And Hornets gets stranded at third. To the top of the 6th we go. The Pirates hanging on to a 3-2 lead. You got Kling, Banks, and English due up here. And Johnny's 0 for 2. He's popped up twice. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Grote. He fires over to first. Over to Honus Wagner for out number 1. And we got Mr. Cub himself, who's having a great game. 2 singles and an RBI, Mr. Ernie Banks. And that's going to be a 17. That's going to be another hit. Ernie with an infield hit here. He's aboard again for the 3rd time. Down at first. And now English comes to the plate. Tying run down at first to go ahead run at the plate. And Woody's 0 for 2. He's grounded into a force play and popped up. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. They'll get the runner out at second, but they won't be able to turn the double play there. So that'll be a 6-4 put out. And now English is down at first, and Johnny Evers is at the plate. And Johnny's 1 for 2. He singled back in the 4th. And that's going to be a ground ball down the 3rd. And Archie will go over to second. And that'll end the inning. Cubbies strand one. To the bottom of the sixth we go. We got Piner, Grantham, and Clark. The big boys due up here for the Pirates. Ralph is 0 for 2. He struck out twice against Griffith. And that's going to be a ground ball down to English. Over the field for out number 1. George Grantham comes up to the plate now with 1 out and nobody on. George is 0 for 2. He struck out twice. Make it a 3 times. He gets the hat trick. Old Grantham strikes out the 3rd time against Clark. And speaking of Clark, we got the battle of the Clark. Fred Clark against Clark Griffith. Fred's 1 for 2 with a double and came around to score in the 4th. And that's going to be back-to-back strikeouts. He strikes Clark out to end the inning. The Pirates go down in order. We go to the top of the 7th. A 3-2 ball game. And the question is, do we take Griffith out for a pitch hitter? And I believe we do. They're trailing here. So Griffith, he's going to go 7 innings, 7 hits, and 3 runs. Let's see who's going to come off the bench here. Is it going to be Mr. Hack, Stan Hack? That's who it's going to be. Stan Hack's coming off the bench. As 007 joins us here. Check out his great channel and Aaron's great channel. And Stan Hack comes off the bench, grabs a bat. Stan's batting .286 on the year. He's got a homer and 2 RBIs. He's going to start this 7th inning off with a ground ball down to Archie at 3rd. He fires over to 1st. That'll be out number 1. And we're back to the top of the order and Phil Cavaretta. And Phil is 1 for 3 today. He is doubled back in the 3rd. And that's going to be a base on balls. Not what you want to do when you got the lead here. That's the first walk of the game given up by Ray. Now Riggs Stevens is up. Time run down at 1st. To go ahead run at the plate. Riggs is 1 for 3 with an RBI triple. And that's going to be popped up. Nope, that's going to get popped up down the short. Dick Grote waits for it to come down in shallow left field for out number 2. And now we got Mr. Wilson up. And Hack is 0 for 3. He is flown out to center twice and grounded into the 4th play. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. And the Cubbies strand Phil down at 1st. We go to the 7th inning stretch. It's 3-2 Pirates. We got to get a pitcher out here. You got the switch hitter and then the righties. See who's going to come out of the bullpen here for the Cubbies. And it's going to be old Pat Malloy is going to come out of the bullpen. Trying to keep this a 1-run game. And Pat, this is his 3rd appearance of the year. No record and no ERA. He's got Grote, Dick Grote, and Ray KREMER due up. And Johnny is 1 for 2 with an RBI single in the 4th. And that's going to be a base on balls. Not what you want out of your relief pitcher to walk the first batter he faces. Here comes Dick Grote up one of the changes the Pirates did in this lineup to try to get a win here after losing 6 in a row. Grote is 0 for 2. He's grounded out twice to third, once into a double play. Not this time. It pays off putting Dick in the game. He squares this one up, folks. Let's see. That's going to be a double in the right field, and with nobody out with Johnny's speed, he's going to stop at third. So now you got second and third and nobody out, and they are going to pitch it for Ray here. And the Cubbies are going to be forced to bring the infield in. And Pat Malone is not the answer, it looks like, folks. Let's see who's going to come off the bench here. And they're going to bring out Gus. See if he can deliver here and get him started. They benched him today, but they're going to show that they got some confidence in him. So old Gus is going to come off the bench with runners on second and third and nobody out. See if they can jumpstart old Gus. Gus is struggling this early part of the year, only batting a .154, no homers and 5 RBIs. Like I say, the infield will be in. You can't afford to give up any more runs, already down by 1. So second and third, nobody out, and Gus at the plate. And that's going to be an infield. What's their infield? 7, 15, 20, 28, 29, 31. I don't think that's it. It might be fielding column 3 of 31. 31 infield. Yep, that's fielding column 3. And that's going to be a pop-up against the stand. The runner out trying from home. Other runner to third. They get the double play, folks. Bad base running by Johnny Gooch. What was Johnny thinking? So we got a pop-up in foul territory down the first baseline. So foul, ball down the first. Might have to call it a line drive. We'll have to probably call it a line drive. Double play. Runner at third. And the runner at second will advance. See if this will work. Nope. Because Gooch is supposed to be out. Let's try this again. This is where it gets tricky. Let's try it again here. Well, I know what we can do. We'll do it this way. We'll do a out. Runner on third. Runner on second. See if this will work. Nope. Okay, then we'll do this. Fly ball down the first, and then the runner on third, runner on second. See if this works. No, I'll be damned. Okay, then we're just going to do a fly out to right field. Runner on third's not going to make it. The runner on second is. And we'll go back and we'll switch this put out and assist. That's what we'll do. We're not going to mess around here, folks. Not going to mess around. So we'll get rid of the put out and the assist to Riggs. Extended time score and Riggs fielding. Get rid of the assist and the put out. That'll be 0 and 0. And then we'll get Phil to put out in the assist. We'll get a 7th put out and a 2nd assist. And now we'll get back to the game. All righty. Now you got Hornus Wagner up. So old Gus has not improved his stature at all. Of course, some of that was Johnny with piss poor base running. So now you got a runner down at 3rd and 2 outs. And Hornus Wagner is 3 for 3. He has doubled and hit 2 triples. Can he deliver here and double this lead, folks? And that's going to be against a 16. And that is going to be a base hit. That's a single in the left field. Hornus Wagner 4 for 4 today, folks. And it's now a 4-2 ball game. And up to the plate steps Paul Warner now with 2 outs and Hornus down at 1st. And I think Hornus Wagner is going to take off stealing here, folks. Yeah, he's going to take off stealing, trying to get in the scoring position here with 2 outs. That'll make him a 26. Yeah, 26. A 52 or lower. He's got himself a stolen base, and he's in there. Hornus Wagner with a stolen base here. Gets in the scoring position for Paul Warner with 2 down. And you can see the team comparisons here. The Cubbies have struck out 96 times, walked 66, hit 39 doubles and 15 triples. The Pirates have struck out 46 times, walked 48 times. They've hit 27 doubles and 22 triples. Paul Warner at the plate. He's 1 for 3 with a double and an RBI. Here's the pitch to him, and that's going to be a base on balls. Old Pat can't get this 3rd out here, folks. Cannot get the 3rd out, and Arky Vaughn is up. And Arky is 1 for 3 with an RBI. Can he do it again here, folks? And give the Pirates some more insurance runs. Arky at the plate. And that's going to be it's a 15, and he's going to do it. That's going to be a single in the left field. Warner will score easily. The question is, Paul's going to stop at 2nd. So that's going to be an RBI single. And you still got 1st and 2nd. And the batting order change has helped these Pirates out immensely, folks. What a great manager. Yeah, I'm making the change here. Now you got Ralph Kiner up. Runners on 1st and 2nd. Ralph has struck out twice and grounded out. And that's going to be another ground ball down the 3rd. And he's going to fire down the 2nd for the final out of the inning. But the Pirates score 2 and lead this game 5-2 as we go to the top of the 8th. And Ray Face is going to come out here and try to get a 2-inning save here. So now you got Kyler, Kling, and Banks due up against Roy. This is his 4th appearance. He's 1-1-1, 1 win, 1 loss, 1 save with a 15 ERA. Kiki is batting 2 for 3 today. He has a double and a single. Flew out his other time up. And he gets a hold of this one, and here we go. Ray might make this interesting. That's going to be a double in the right field. Lead-off double here in the 8th. Johnny Kling comes to the plate now. And Johnny is 0 for 3. He has popped up twice and grounded out. And he gets a hold of this one, folks. Roy is not getting the job done here today. And that ball is high. How far is this one going to travel, folks? That'll be a 17. That is off the wall. And back-to-back doubles. Just missed the sweet spot of the bat. Ray got just enough movement on it that it missed the sweet spot of the bat. And that's a double in the left field. Back-to-back doubles. Now the tying run is at the plate. And Ernie Banks. Still nobody out and a runner on second. And Banks is a perfect 3 for 3 today. 3 singles in this game. Can he face finally get him out? And that's going to be probably a no. No, that's going to be a single in the right field. And with nobody out, Johnny's going to stop at third. So you got first and third now. Still nobody out. And face is getting shellacked here. First and third. Played for the double play here with a 2-run lead. Woody English is up. He has grounded into 2 force plays and popped up. And that's going to be a 2 balls and no strikes. Nope, that's going to be a base on balls. He fills the bases up, folks. Still nobody out. The base is juiced. Nowhere to put old Johnny. And Johnny's 1 for 3. He's flown out, singled, and grounded into a force play. And this ball game is getting ugly. He squares it up, folks. Squares it up, and that's going to be a double in the left field. And let's see. That might clear the bases here, folks. 42. Because whole Ralph does not have a very good arm. 42, 26, 15, 31. And still nobody out. That's the sad part. Still nobody out. So a 61 or lower, he's safe at home. And he's safe at home. That's a 3 RBI double in the left field. And it is now a 6-5 ball game. And I'll have a pitch hitter here for Patton. He gets off the snide. It's going to get the loss. Now he can get the win. See who's going to come off the bench here. And it's going to be Charles Grime, rather. Grime comes off the bench. And I think that's going to be it for Face. He's not going to get a single batter out. Unbelievable when your closer can't get the job done here. So here's Charlie. Wait a second. Let's go back. The runner on first didn't score. Go back here. So we got a double in the left. Runner on first. Get that done. And then we'll have the pitch hitter. Charlie comes in. And let's see who's going to come out of the bullpen now. And it's going to be Cooper's going to come in. As Face can't get the job done. Pirates. The pitching is killing them, man. He scored 5 runs in the 8th inning, got a 5-2 lead. And their closer, Face, can't get an out. So here comes Cooper. First, we got to get the right team, don't we? There's Wilbur Cooper coming out of the bullpen. Trying to keep this a 1-run game. You got Johnny down at second. And this is Cooper's 5th appearance. No record with a 7.71 ERA. And Charlie is batting .250 on the year. No homers and no RBI. And that's going to be a ground ball down the third. And a 52 and a 4. That'll be fielding column 3. And that'll be a swing and a miss. Big strikeout by Cooper. Keeps the runner down at second with 1 out now. And we're back to the top of the order in Cavaretta. And Phil's 1 for 3. He has doubled in this game back in the third and came around the score. And that's going to be a base on balls. Might not be a bad thing. Might set up the double play here for Riggs. Runners on first and second now. See if the Pirates can get the ground ball double play and get out of this inning. But 4 runs have already came across the plate. Riggs is 1 for 4 with an RBI triple. And that is going to be the pitcher's best friend. Just what the doctor ordered. That ball's hit down the dick at short. Over to Grantham. Over to Hornish Wagner. The old 6-4-3 double play. And that'll end the inning. But the Cubbies score 4 and take a 6-5 lead into the 8th inning here. We got Grantham, Clark, and Gooch due up. See who's going to come out of the bullpen here for the Cubbies. You got what? A lefty switchy due up here. So they don't have a lefty in the bullpen, so it really doesn't matter. So let's see here. Let's see who's going to come out here and pitch since they don't have a lefty in the bullpen. You know, Claude's going to come out here and pitch. Try to pick up a save here. Claude Pasquill, his 5th appearance of the year. He's 1-0 with a 5.4 ERA. We're in the bottom of the 8th. Cubbies are up by 1. And like I say, he's got Grantham, Clark, and Gooch due up here. And George is 0 for 3. He struck out 3 times. Here's the pitch to George. And that's going to be a pop-up down the second, I believe. Yep, pop-up down the second. Johnny's got it for out number 1. And Fred Clark comes to the plate now. And Clark's 1 for 3 with a double and came around the score in the 4th. And that's going to be a base hit in the right field. So Clark gets aboard here. The tying run down at first. Go ahead, run at the plate. And it's Johnny Gooch, who had that base running blunder. Could have added some more runs in this game. Let's see if he can deliver here. He's 1 for 2. He's got an RBI single back in the 4th. Here's the pitch to Johnny. And that's going to be might be a pass ball or a wild pitch. Let's see here. 26 and a 1. That'll be probably fielding column 2. Yep. 26 fielding column 2. Wild pitch, runner to second by a wild pitch 3, pitcher only. Otherwise, it's a rare play. So we got a rare play with a runner down at first on a 36, a 41, and a 36. And that's going to be a 30. And that's going to be a balk. Runner to second. If pitcher is a BK0, he is. So if it's a BK0, which he is, runner goes to third on a wild pitch. If the pitcher is also a wild pitch 0 or a wild pitch 1, and he is, scored a full count. It's a 3-2 count. All that to have a 3-2 count with a runner on first. Running on first with a 3-2 count. Let's see if Johnny can take advantage of this full count here, folks. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Kyler in center field for out number 2. It's up to Dick Grote. Grote's having a good game here. He's 1 for 3. Double came around to score back in the 7th. And he gets a hold of this one, folks. Can he give or tie this ball game up or even give him the lead with the homer here? And that ball is high. That ball is far. That ball, check here. He is a G. That is 22 with a runner on second. And that ball is out of here. Dick Grote with a homer here in the bottom of the 8th, folks, has given the Pirates a 1-run lead. Dick Grote delivers, folks. Dick Grote with a 2-run homer. 7-6 ball game. And that'll be it for Cooper. Have a pitch hitter here for him with 2 outs and nobody on. And let's see here against the righty. Max is going to come out of the dugout, try to get on here and try to add to this lead. As we can see, the Pirates are not very deep in that bullpen when your closer gets shellacked for 4 runs and doesn't get an out. Max is up. He is 0 for 4. Get his first base hit of the year. Nope, that's going to be a grounder down the Banks over to first. That'll end the inning, but the 2-run homer by Dick gives the Pirates a 1-run lead here, folks. Let's see who's going to come out of the bullpen. We got Wilson, Kyler, and Kling. We got the 3, 4, 5 batters due up here. And let's see. And it looks like it's going to be the Deacon Felipe. He's going to come out of the bullpen, try to get a save here. The Deacon. And Deacon's 5th appearance. He's got 1 save on the year. He's got a 10.5 ERA. Like I say, he'll be facing the 3, 4, 5 hitters, Wilson, Kyler, and Kling. Hack is 0 for 4. He has flown out twice, grounded out into a force play, and struck out. And, of course, that ball is high. That ball is far. This ball game is tied, folks. 1 swing and a bat. Hack Wilson ties this ball game up. Unbelievable. The Pirates and now you got Kyler up 3 for 4 with 2 doubles in this game. Nobody out. And that's going to be a base on ball. No, it's not. He's a double Z. Deacon doesn't walk him yet. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. And George has got it for out number 1. Now you got Johnny Kling up. Kling's 1 for 4 with a double back in the 8th. Drove in a run. And that's going to be a ground ball back to Deacon. He fires over to first for out number 2. So he settled down since giving up the tying home run. And Ernie Banks comes to the plate. Banks a perfect 4 for 4. 4 singles in the game. And they finally get him out. That's a fly ball out to Clark. He tracks it down. But the homer by Hack Wilson ties this game up. And again, they don't have a lefty in the bullpen. So Lee's going to come out of the bullpen. Well, we'll let Claude stay in. We're going to let Claude stay in. He's going to be facing the top of the order here. He's got Wagner, Warner, and Archivon due up. Hornus Wagner, a perfect 4 for 4. He has a double and 2 triples and a single. All he needs is the home run here. The hit for the cycle. Can Hornus Wagner get the job done, folks? And nope, that's going to be a rare play. 46 on a 39. And that's going to be strike one. So he still has a shot here with the 0-1 count. And that's going to be a base hit, infield hit for Hornus. He's down at first with nobody out. Hornus Wagner, a perfect 5 for 5 here today, folks. And he's going to try to take off and steal. He has already got 1 stolen base in this game. How many stolen bases does he have on the year? He's going to try to get in scoring position here. He's got 2 stolen bases on the year. You got Paul Warner up. Warner is 1 for 3 with an RBI double. Again, it'll be a, let's see here. I don't think we got something right. Yeah, we're going to have to redo this. Give me 1 second here. Oh, Claude doesn't have the move factor in there. Need to get that in. So go to the Cubbies. And there's Claude. Player notes. Move factor should be a 1. And a 1. Alrighty, now we can get back to the game. Now we can get back to the game. A little behind the scenes here, Digital Diamond. So with a move factor of 1 and an arm of a 1, 25. That'll be a 51 or lower. He's safe at second. And he's in there with his 2nd stolen base of the game, folks. So he's in scoring position for Paul Warner. See if Paul now, the winning run down at second. Nobody out. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a 17 on a 9. And that's going to be a single in the right field. And Hack Wilson's out there. And with nobody out, do we send him is the question. That is the question. It'll be a 42. That would be a 38. Might not send him. Yeah, we're not sending him. Not with nobody out. Hornus Wagner's going to stop at third. We got first and third. Nobody out. It's going to force the Cubbies to bring the infield in. And Archie is up. And Archie's having a fine game. He is 2 for 4 with 2 RBIs. Can Archie walk this one off for the Pirates and get them off the snide with this losing streak? Here's the pitch to Archie. Infield in. And that's going to be a base on balls. Might not be a bad play. Walking him. His run means nothing. But it's Ralph Kiner at the plate, folks. Again, I got the infield in. Can Ralph deliver here? Ralph is 0 for 4. He is struck out twice, grounded out twice. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second with the infield in. That's going to be a runner out at home. And the batter doubled off at first. That's going to be the old 4-2-3 double play, folks. Not what the Pirates needed. 4-2-3 double play. So now you got second and third. And now 2 outs. Ralph Kiner hits into the double play. And nobody scores. It's up to George Grantham here with 2 outs. Runners on second and third. Grantham 0 for 4. Can he finally deliver? He struck out twice and has popped up. Can he be the hero? And he's going to be the hero, folks. That ball is high. That ball is far. That ball is going. Kiss it goodbye. Let's make sure here. Said all that. And he is a G. pitcher. I'm doing all that in here. It might not be a home run. Either way, it's going to be a game-winning hit. So let's see. +4, 14. And it is a homer, folks. It is going. That ball was out of here. Kiss it goodbye. George Grantham with a home run out to right field gives the Cubs and Pirates a 10-7 win walk-off. Finally snaps that 6-game losing streak. The pitching sure didn't help. The bats did it, man. The bats did it. Take a look here at the box score. And that'll probably be about the walk-off. Yep, Pirates with a walk-off win. So you got the Cubbies 7 runs on 13 hits and no errors. The Pirates 10 runs, 15 hits and no errors. Kiki Kyler with 3 hits. Mr. Cub himself 4 hits and 5 at bats. Johnny Evers 2 hits and 4 at bats. The Cubbies were 5 for 9 with runners in scoring position. Hack Wilson with that homer to tie the ball game up. The Cubbies left 8 men on base. Look at that. Hornus Wagner, a perfect 5 for 5, folks. Archie Vaughn, 2 for 4. You had Grote, both of them put into the lineup to try to win the game, and they both deliver. Grote was 2 for 4. The Pirates, look at that, 7 for 14 with runners in scoring position. Grantham and Grote, the double G's, get the job done with homers, folks. The Pirates only left 5 men on base. Griffith goes 6 innings, no decision, 7 hits, 3 runs, struck out 7. Pat Malone comes in 1 inning, 3 hits, 2 runs, walked 2. And Claude gets his first loss. He's 1-1, 1 2/3, 5 hits, 5 runs, walked 1. Ray KREMER pitched a great game, gets a no decision, 7 innings, 8 hits, 2 runs, walked 2. Face comes in, can't get a single batter out, 4 hits, 4 runs, walked 1. Wilbur Cooper goes 1 inning, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. And the Deacon comes in, gets the win, his first of the year. 1 hit, 1 run, and gave up the homer to Wilson. And let's check out the standings now. And the leaderboard here in the National League. And like you can see, the Pirates snapped that 6-game losing streak, folks. The Giants are now a game up on Philadelphia. The Braves and Cubs are 2.5 games back. The Dodgers and Reds are 3 games. The Pirates are 3.5, and the Cardinals holding up the division 4.5 games back. Ed Delaney's leading the National League with a 4.12 ERA. Joe Adcock's got 8 homers to lead the league. And you got 3 batters tied with 22 RBIs, Aaron, Adcock, and Klein. Dazzy Vance with a 1.62 ERA. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pitchers with 3 wins. And Marv Grissom with his 4 saves. Whoa, too far. Hank Aaron's leading in MVP voting, and Dazzy Vance is leading in the best pitcher. I want to thank Aaron Reed and 007 for stopping by today. Again, check out their great channels. Aaron Reed does baseball for Windows, and 007 is doing a Inside Pitch 2008 season, playing every game, folks. Check that out. And let's see who the next pitching is going to be here. And you got old Hippo Vaughn going up against Rip Sewell in the rubber game of this 3-game series. Until next time, you all have a great day and take care.